blessings, peace, and blessings. Let God's glory, let His peace overcome you in this day. Let your mind be simply on His will so He can shine down all of the many blessings that are allotted to you in your life by you giving it to Him first. He comes for whatever you want, whatever you need, whatever you thinking. That's your God in your life being jealous for the love of His child. Now, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. All glory be given to Yah, for He is the only one that's worthy. Now, family, now when I sit down and I go through all my mini shows and I have all these different topics, or I'm just sitting here preaching over the word, I'm allotted, family. Every single thing that I go over in a day, or anything that you see on any of my shows, I've been allotted by my God to go over. So we're going to go over a real topic that a lot of so-called African American people, they're not going to want to believe, family. They're not going to sit up here. Okay, on one hand, you got my people. They don't want to believe the truth. Then on the other side, then you got everybody else, and they're not going to believe it because, how can I say it? It is the truth, family. A lot of people don't want to acknowledge that the so-called world, the word of God, is so-called African Americans. It's their history, it's their customs, it's their tradition, it's their lineage, it's their history. They don't want to acknowledge that. But they ask so many different questions, and even though the truth is right in their face, they won't accept it to be the truth. Now, my people, they won't believe. White people, they get offensive at every single thing that I have to say. But you must understand, I believe that the word that you would keep in your cabinet or your cupboard and you wouldn't want to read it, that is my history. Those are my customs. Those are my traditions of my people for centuries. So what am I supposed to say? Am I not supposed to believe? Am I not supposed to take it on face value when my God has shown me personally about my people? Am I not supposed to sit here and look at all the different prophecies that's happening before my face and act like my people are not who they are? That would make no sense. So on one stance, on one grounds, I would offend a lot of different people. And then the people who I'm trying to reach, they won't understand or believe. But that's all right, because when the truth is given to you, you can either reject it or you can accept it. It's all on you. So the question was raised, why are so-called African Americans hated in America? Now, from what prophecy said, it said that no man will redeem you. Okay, now look at your African cousins across the sea. You see people came out. You see the Asian nations and the Russian nations coming over, and they're being redeemed. The only one that's going to redeem so-called African American is God Himself. Can't nobody else set us free. Now, you have to understand, with curses and blessings and prophecy, it falls on the same grounds as an eye for an eye. Something can't be good for me and not good for you, and vice versa. Those things can't be good for you and not be good for me. So now, as I look at why are black people, so-called African Americans, hated in this country? Now, your God said that no one would redeem you. You see your other cousins across the sea, and they're being redeemed, family, by all of these many nations, but you are not. Now, it goes and it falls back onto an eye for an eye. You must understand that the founders of this country know your history. It's found in your Bible. And if you put someone into captivity, you will be put into captivity. That's why my people are hated for the future prophecies that is found in your word. It has to be, family. It has to be this simple, this plain, in your face. But it was written, family. It was written so long ago that we would not be the way that America treated our forefathers and our mothers. We are not going to treat them people that way. And you can't sit up here and tell me, well, you know, prophecy has already been fulfilled. No, that would say that America is God, and America is not God by no stretch of the imagination. If America was God, then everything that I said would be false. America is not God, so you can't tell me everything that I say is false. Now, those people who claimed your identity, who did they take with them over in the land that they occupy now? Did they take the German people with them as slaves? They didn't do that, huh? They're not fulfilling prophecy, are they? And you know, I'm hated. I'm hated for the truth, family. I'm hated for the truth. But when my people are redeemed by their God, the same people that led them into slavery will be their slaves. That's what prophecy says. You can hate me for telling you the truth, family. You can, family. But to say those people over there in that country is the same saying to me, since I know all of the prophecies, that God dwells here on earth with man. And he does not, family. He doesn't dwell with man on earth, nor is the Lord over there in that country. And those people over there in that country is turning their weapons into things to where they can form and teach all the nations of man about peace. You don't see that over there in the country because those are not the people that the Bible speaks of. There's been prophecies put in motion, and you seen one act. You seen a people occupying a land that they say that it's theirs. But if it was there, it'd be all these other different things happening in the world. I just went over a couple of them. Those people, when they got their land, they were supposed to take the people who enslaved them as slaves. Last time I checked, Germans are still in Germany making cars and doing all kind of stuff, because those people who claim your identity is not the people. This is why you're hated in this country, because those older generations of the people who founded this country knew that one day that their people would have to go into bondage.